Alright guys, I just got in about a 230-ish card PSA submission. It took 28 days on bulk, which is pretty amazing. I have a 30-day that was sent in the same time frame, which is still in research, and I also have another 150 cards there that's still in research for sub. So from what I've found is if you send in a lot of the same sets and years, it's going to come back to you a lot quicker. That's happened to me a couple times. So I'll go ahead and start. This is the one card that was not graded. Kind of disappointed in it. It was an RCR that was I think it was a 9 with a 9 auto. But their reason is they can't even find this card. So one thing about this card is it is from 2008 TriStar Projections, and it has probably 3 of the best pitchers, maybe not Price, in the past 10, 15 years. Of course, the autographs are not great. Corners aren't great. It's just something I wanted slab. But if you look at it, it's out of 25. And these that are orange should be out of 5. So I wonder if that's why they're not going to slab it. Why they're saying they can't find it. So I guess I'll probably just send it into BGS and have them slab it authentic or something. But it's one that I do want to keep, and it stays in my PC. But we'll go ahead and get started. This is going to be a pretty heavy baseball with a good amount of basketball and a little bit of football. You got, first off, Blake Snell, green refractor auto out of 2016 Bowman Best 10. Nick Madrigal, 2018 Best, that is a gold out of 50. Ronald Acuna, refractor 9. I haven't really gone over this yet, but most of these that I've sent in, I was expecting 9s and 10s. I don't remember what I had written down on this one, but of course I'm wanting a 10 on it, with it being that new in Chrome. That is a 9. We got a Hoskins 16 purple. This one is numbered out of 250. Sent in a few Trouts. Here's one of them. The purple refractor. It's not numbered actually, but it's a 2017 Heritage. It's 10. Next we got an Albies, which clearly I didn't send this into BGS because of your streaky auto, but it came back in 9. I think I looked this over and I didn't really see any surface issues, so my guess is going to be corners or centering on this, which is kind of hard to tell what centering is on this card anyways. But got a 9 on that. Make some room for the stacks. Next we have a Mercado 13 Bowman Chrome draft. I did a lot of 13 Chrome draft. That one is not numbered, just base 9. This one I'm disappointed in. It's not a big car, but it's still, if you look at the corner down here, there's white that I would not have sent this in, so I wonder if that happened during grading. There's also, I think that's really it, but I think it's just that corner that's the issue. But I wouldn't have sent that in for this cheap of a card. Royce Lewis, 2017 Draft Chrome Refractor. 10, not numbered. I think I already have about 10 of these that are PSA 10, so I decided to throw this one in. If it didn't go in my first batch, I didn't think it'd come back at 10. Kind of hoping for it, but a 9 is just fine for me. Got a couple 9s too. We have Geddes, 14 Bowman Chrome Draft Auto, 10. A Lux 16 Draft Refractor, a 9. I don't know if surface was an issue on this, but centering looked not bad enough to drop it, so maybe the corners. It is not numbered. Still a good card to have, a Lux. This one clearly is not a Topps Mini, so good job PSA on that one. Got a 9 on that. One Soto. Next we got a 10 for the chrome version. Soto, another 10. And another 10. Trying to get this lighting so you can see a little bit better. There. There's a Tatis action out of Heritage. That came back at 10. Centering. There's an issue with this. I didn't think it come back at 10, but it's still something I wanted to send in. Not sure what it was, but this one, your Heritage, centering does not look too great left to right. But I guess it fell within their guidelines. So there's a 10 for Tatis Chrome from Heritage. And here's a Tatis regular Chrome from 2019. I just pulled these out, so you still got some cardboard on them. This one, I don't know what the issue was. Came back an 8 for Vlad Chrome Update. Unless there's scratches or something on it. I have to check the corners a little bit better. But there's an 8. This one slipped in. A 2019 Bowman Sterling Vlad die cut auto. It is 6 out of 30. It's a nice card. Not the best set, but still a nice card. Streaky auto, so it didn't go to Beckett. There's 10. I think I sent in a couple of these. Here's your Mega Box Alonso Chromes. Pretty easy grades on these, as long as you check your centering top to bottom. So 3 of those. Oops. Alonso Ready for the Show Chrome 10. I believe this was out of the Megas also. None of those are numbered. Here's a 2011 Update Rizzo PSA 10. We got a Votto 2008 Topps PSA 10. I don't know why I'm saying PSA, they'll be PSA. 2018 Topps Chrome Votto, that one's a 9. Have to check maybe centering top to bottom. These are some, I did a good amount of 2017 Heritage, and these aren't easy to find. I think they're 1 per case. Here's a David Ortiz 10. These actually sell pretty well too. 3D. And we got a Stanton 9. 3D. And then good old Kershaw. There's a 10. Next we got a Devers Best 2016 Auto. 10. This one I'm surprised on what the value is going to be now. This is a 16 Bowman Chrome. I think it's regular Bowman Chrome. Orange Refractor 10, which is 22 out of 25. This is a card I've had when I set up at shops or at shows. Sorry, I was trying to sell it for $30. Nobody even take it, but I think this is going to be a couple $100 now. Riley Green Refractor Auto, Best 19. It is 50 out of 99. As a 10, we got a Devers. This is regular Topps Chrome, not Chrome Update. I got probably 10 to 15 Chrome Updates that's going to be going out here this week. That's the regular one. And here is the X-Fractor 10, which is, I think those are retail only. Altuve 10 out of 11 Update. Mauricio. He is 2009 Bowman Sterling 10 auto, or 10, didn't grade the auto. Sent a couple Garrett Coles in. This is one I got a Chrome Update 10. And then right behind that is the regular Topps Update 10. Yellow hat. This guy is the gold version, which is a 9. I didn't think it'd come back at 10. I have to look a little bit closer, but I think there's a little bit of white showing on the edges. But still, once I start playing again, Cy Young candidate. Also, all these Garrett Coles I found just in a box hanging out and dug them out postseason last year. PSA green, it's an 8. I knew this one wouldn't come back a high grade. I was hoping for a 9 just because the corner's in the back, but it's one of the top prospects, so it's somebody I wanted to grade in case I decide to sell, so they can see the true grade even when I list it as a bad corner. Thomas, Mega Auto. He can definitely hit. I feel like he'll be up soon. One of the top guys. Dalbeck, Heritage Auto, 10. Another guy who can hit. Getting a little bit up there in age. He's what, 25? He'll be 25 before they even start playing. But guy that can hit the ball in Boston. Here's a Julio Rodriguez, just regular chrome, 10. Sending a good amount of Bregman. Of course, this is before the whole cheating thing or whatever, but still, he's somewhat young and can definitely hit. There's a white jersey 10 chrome. Another white jersey 10 chrome. And then we got a 9 for the white jersey out of Topps chrome. We'll see a couple more of his base tops here soon. This is a 13 Rookie Challengers Prism Gold, which is 3 out of 10. Garrett Cole. That was hanging out in a random box. Nick Schnell, Chrome Auto. 10. This is another one that I just wanted slabbed, which I'm actually surprised it came back such a high grade. This seems to be a guy that I always pull. Pulled a lot of his stuff in 2013 Chrome draft I did. But here's a Buster Posey, Gypsy Queen 101, the framed black. 101's down at the bottom, not on the back. It came back a 9. I'm happy with that. Centering left to right wasn't good, so I wasn't expecting a 10. Here's a DeGrom 14 update throwing. 2 Cy Youngs back to back. Topps update versions. Skyrocket, a little bit older. Couple more Cy Youngs. He'll be in the Hall of Fame. He's not going to have the strikeouts, not going to have all those types of stats, but he's still going to be one of the dominant pitchers. Ursula 8 out of 15 chrome. This thing looked better. I see a scratch right there, so it had to be surface. That was the issue on this. Maybe centering. Centering's not easy to tell on some of these 15s. That came back an 8. This is a set I was working on. I got about 50% done. Ended up selling a BGS 10 Trout, and after that, I was like, I'm not going to buy another one. So decided to start grading them, and I'm going to start selling them. This is when they did the blue version instead of the black, which they normally do, and I think they did white this year. But here's 17 Heritage Chrome Blue Refractor Verlander 10, 16 out of 68. I got Kershaw, a lot of the other big guys, bats in them that I'm going to be sending with my next sub. Here's Verdugo, 15 Bowman Chrome Blue Refractor. That's a 66 out of 150. There's the Black Wave version from Asia. Did a case of the Asia stuff. The Ursula came out of it. Actually, I think I got like 3 Ursulas, which is not great on them. But still, 10 on this. Not a huge card. Factor in a couple bucks for this, plus the grading cost. You'll be able to double your money, plus if he does well. 13 update Rendon. 9. This is similar to this Yelch's. I have 8 to 10 of these already. A couple 9s. So here's a 9. Got a 10. Another 10. I think I sent 6 of these in this time. There's a 10. There's a 9. And another 9. So before end of the year last year, probably like August or so, there was a lot I bought of Rendon, which had the updates and a bunch of other cards. But I bought it specifically for seeing these 2 cards. I know graded they sell for $150 in around there a couple weeks ago. So I paid $30 and I got 1 Emerald 10 and a second Emerald 10. So before playoffs and everything, when he really started hitting towards the end of the year, I feel like that was a pretty good deal. I already have 1 of these too, so 3 of those I got. And Emeralds are not easy grades. Drew Waters, Purple Factor 10, 73 out of 250 from Chrome Draft. I bought this for $1 in some bin at a show last year. So glad that came back to 10. Here's a Trout Refractor. Amazed at how much some of these go for now. $100. That's PSA 10. Hoping for a 10 on this. I thought this looked pretty good. Maybe there's a little bit of white on a corner. Don't see these graded too often. It is a numbered one, 19 out of 75. There's your 17 Archives Trout, light blue. Meadows 2013 Bowman Chrome Draft Refractor in USA. These aren't numbered in that year. Another one that I don't know what happened. This looked better than most. I have to check the corners and see if something happened with damage during shipping. I checked this white stuff and I believe this is supposed to be there. At least all the ones that I have, I should say, have that. So that could just be the issue right there. But there's an 8. Be lucky to get grading costs back. Not the best set, but here's a Luis Robert Optic 18. Really small auto in the corner. Hopefully he can come up this year when they start playing again. This is a guy that I pulled out of a lot of my Bowman this year. Not the best dude, but at least it's a 10. Julio Pablo Martinez. That's out of the Mega. And then out of the retail, there's a Green Shimmer out of 99, which is a 10 also. For the Kunas, I got Topps Chrome 10. So this is my second batch of Kunas for Chrome. These are the ones that I didn't think would be a 10, but I still want to slab for a 9. Hold on to them for a while. See what happens. 10 on that. I got a 9 on this. So 9 to 10s is what I was expecting. At least none of these came back an 8. But there's another Chrome. Here's more of the Bregman. There's a Desrayer 2017 Topps. There's a 10. Another 10. You got a 9. Another 9. And a 10. So these Acunas are pretty easy grades. I think I bought these for like $5 or $6 a piece. Chrome updates. Bought them, all these in one lot at a show last year sometime. I bought them because I sold the show before for like $10 a piece. I bought them. Or I sold them, sorry, to some guy. So I wanted to go ahead and get some since I sold all mine. There's a 1. There's 2. There are 10. 3. 4. 5. And 6. So these are what, 50 bucks a piece in around there. Trying to get the light out of the way from the camera. Not a bad deal. This one was a BGS 9 RCR, which I just wanted it slabbed. Nico Horner Purple Auto. This is out of 18 Chrome Draft. I think I did one box and got that out of it. And the other, yeah, I believe I did one box and got these two out of it. Actually, two purples. I don't remember what the base was. But a Jeremiah Jackson 9 purple. Both those are out $250. Oh, there's another Rendon 10. Altuve. This is the second one. Third one. Don't remember how I got this. Well, I guess green. Is that retail? So I think I did some retail. Got a Bryce Terrain. 9. This is graded a 9.5. BGS RCR, popped it out and came back a 9. Not the best grade. Paid 50 cents for this towards the end of the year last year in a show. So not going to complain at all. In 2017, I believe, I did a ton of the Stars and Stripes. I hit a pretty nice Bregman, one of the flag patches out of 3 or 4. But this is a Matt Chapman. It's the gold. It's kind of hard to see, but it's 6 out of 10. When he played USA. Dude can definitely play defense, just a little bit older. There's a Schwarber. Heritage Auto. This is a 9.5. Went over to 10. A couple of these are going to be RCRs. I think the rest of the stack is RCRs that were either 9s or 9.5s. I just don't want to pay what Beckett has and just the value of a PSA 10, whereas the BGS 9.5 isn't there. Hoskins Blue. Saw the purple earlier. This one's out of 150. A little bit older. Probably missed the window on him. But you never know what he can do with that team. Harper and everyone on it. Hit the playoffs. 40 home runs. Just can really tick up. Luck of the Lottery Doncic. That's a 10. It was a 9.5. Now this one was a 9.5, 9 I think. This was out. I did Prism, Stars and Stripes, the Panini baseball for a bit there, just because the cost was so cheap. I think I paid this 400, 500 bucks for a case of this. Last box, I pulled this Javier Baez, Chris Bryant dual auto. Came back a 9. Auto has some dot there, so I assume that's why I got a 9 from Beckett. But it's 4 out of 25. Nice card for a Cubs fan, that's for sure. Don't see these ever. Luis Robert, just regular chrome 10. This is a 9.5. Garrett Cole, paid 50 cents for this. Came back a 9. PSA. This is a 9.5 that came over to a 10. X Factor. So I can get X Factor out of 13 Topps Chrome. Space over here. 9.5. Second year Chris Bryant, the color swap. That's a 10. You don't see these on eBay very often. Have to check the pop report too on that. Neat looking hat. Bregman, this was I believe a 9. Refractor out of 2010. Not numbered. Prices on these have definitely dropped. This is 9.5. Now we got a PSA 10. The short print 725 at a Heritage. These RCRs are some that I've had for like 4 years, 3 years. So I figured just cut them out and throw them in the bulk. You got a Chavis. This was a 9.5 from Beckett. So It looked pretty clean to me, but it came back a 9. This is one I just threw in. Came back a 9. Kevin Newman orange out of 50, out of best. Nolan Arenado tin refractor, 13 finest. Did a lot of that chasing Manny Machado, and luckily I kept everything, and the other people who shot up are there, getting graded now. There's a Mega Bart this year. AJ Puck, it's a 9. It is 36 out of 499. Refractor auto. Jordan, just a regular Bowman Chrome, ready for the show tin. And we got 3 Luis Robert Chrome Megas. So did well on the Megas. We'll go to basketball now. So basketball, I sent in a couple Lucas from Prism that were 9s or so. One came back an 8. Of course, I'll just hold on to these. Some of them I'm really going to look over again and possibly pop them out. And this was all bulk, so I only paid, what, $10 for that to get graded. Luck of the Lottery, Luca, 9. We got a Trey Young, 9. Out of Prism. We got 2 Jaren Jacksons. These were 9.5s from RCR. I believe, yeah, this stack right here were RCRs. 2 of those. We got a Silver and Miles Bridges. It's a 10. Shea Green. 10. Prism. When I sent these in, Prism had been out for a month. So I grabbed a couple. And there's a 10 out of red, white, and blue of Luca. Lucky enough to find some retail. Not much though. There's a 9 Revolution Trey Young. Cool looking picture of him. Not really known for dunking though. There's a Hoops Luca 10, which these are what, $400 now. Definitely shot up quite a bit. I got Emergent 9 of Zion. There's a Shea 10 out of Prism. Shea 10 out of Prism. A Red Ice Shea 9. See a little bit of line there now that I'm looking at it. Probably missed that one. Corner's bad too. Probably should have caught it, but of course with how he was playing for a bit, great his stuff, especially when it's only $8. So while everyone was going crazy at release for Prism and chasing Zion, I went in online and bought RJ Barrett Silver for, I think it was like $35. It actually didn't look that great to me. I don't remember if it was the centering that was the issue I saw. I have to count the dots there, but it does look a little bit left to right off, but still this one came back a 10. And we got a Fireworks Silver Zion. Check the price on these, and these are 400 and some bucks, which I thought was pretty crazy for an insert. And then in that retail run, I was lucky enough to hit this guy, John Morant. So I got a red, white, blue of him. I don't think I've sent any of his base in because the centering is just horrible on it. They come back 8s or so. But it's a nice card, something I'm going to hold on to. Continuing with basketball, there's a Hyper Shea The luck of the lottery. Not numbered. It is Giannis though. Like the pose, it is a tricolor prism out of Select in 2018. Here's a red, white, blue LeBron. Came back in 9. Don't know why I sent him in. Here's a Lucas Semantic silver prism. Silvers are a couple bucks, but actually looking at some of the last sales, they were 70 bucks or so. So that's something else. Try and sale. Don't know if right now is the best time though. Out of all the rookies, this was like the lowest numbered I got. So I had to grade it. So a 9, a Kyle guy. Not really sure what the issue was. Here's a luck of the lottery, Zion 10. Here's an emergent 9, Luka. So they definitely graded me hard on Luka. I had a couple of his prisms though, so that I sent in the first batch. There's a silver Shamit 8. Centering looked good, so I don't know what the issue is. Have to check corners a little bit better. That came back an 8. Of course, trying to avoid 8s on new stuff. There's a silver LeBron 9. Luka Phenoms 10. Hope this is something you guys can see. Picked this up last year for like $3 on ComC. Had it sent to me, I think around August last year, and so this one looked better. I have 2 of them. Another one I'm gonna send in, but this came back 10, a couple $100 for a Porter Jr. Hollow. There's a green LeBron out of Prism. Wendell Carter 9, green. 8, red, white, and blue is Shea. There's a Luka 9, a Luka 8, and a Luka 9. So no 10s. Like I said, I got a couple of them already. There's a Trae Young 9, Prism. Anthony Simons, I got 2 10 silvers. I got 2 Ruies, one's a 9, one's an 8 silver. Looking at them, I do see the scratch thing on the back, so I wonder if they knocked me down for that. But centering didn't look too bad. Doesn't look great on this 8, so it's understandable on the grade. But of course, like everyone else, hoping for a 10. There's a 9, Shea, red, white, and blue. 9 green, Shea. 9 green, Shea. And a 9 Devontae Graham. So didn't do too well in basketball, but I did hit one of these. Zion 10. Those are what, $700 or so. Pretty hard grades on your centering, which I don't think this is even the best centering. But still, better at what I had. We go to football now. We got a Sensational Signatures Drew Lock Green Scope. This one is 9 out of 25. Came back a 9. DJ Chart. Green Auto. This one is out of 5. It's actually 1 out of 5. Came back to 10. Saquon Blue, which was in the same box as that DJ. Came back a 9. Kyler Murray patch auto out of Spectra. Got a 9 on that. It's out of 99. Nice looking patch. Some more retail love from Prism, this time in football. Kyler Murray, red, white, and blue Prism. Don't know why I graded this. Darrell Henderson, maybe thinking Gurley's not going to do too well next year. But that's a 10 out of 149. This is a card I do like the way it looks. I hit this in a group break. Blue Ice Nick Bosa, rookie card out of 99. A lot of shine to that one. Leighton, which came out of the same box as Shark, red 10. 24 out of 99. Missed on the Daniel Jones, 9. Prism. And 2 Jalen Samuels, a 9 and an 8 blue. Hit those in the group break at release. So I got a couple stacks left. I have a 1-year-old born in October of 2018. So I decided to pick a guy and start buying cards to him. And one guy I picked was Gleyber Torres. And all of these are going to be the updates I bought for about $1 a piece. Just grabbed some out of a binder. I probably got 60 or 70 left to grade. But quick overview, I thought these looked the best. I missed on a couple, but I did not miss on, I think, 18 of them, 17, 18. I sent in 30. So there's 1, 10, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, there's 16, 17, 18, 19. So I guess I hit 19 10s. I know those are peaking about 130 bucks. They're going to go down now, but still plan on saving those. Maybe sell a couple once they go back up. As far as non-10s, I hit 1.7, which I'm not sure what the issue was on this. 1.8, and then the rest are going to be your 9s. So a bunch of 9s. They still sell well. I mean, but grading cost plus $1 I paid for these. If I decide to sell them. Also, with it being Gleyber, I went through and grabbed, I think I bought one and I hit one. I hit an action. This one came back at 10, and that one came back at 10. So out of the box I did, I hit one, and then I think I bought one for like 20 or 30 bucks. So I did well on that. Keeping the Gleyber trend, there's a refractor out of Topps Chrome. Came back at 10. There's a 10 of the Sepia out of, I think they were the rack packs, and maybe the blasters, but they're retail only. There's a 10. So with the base updates, I decided to buy some golds, and I wanted to basically just send in all the golds. Didn't really care what they came back, because there's something I'm going to hold for them. These I don't plan on selling. I hit I paid like $13 a piece on these, so I hit 3/8, which I can see on corners and stuff. I can see they wouldn't have came back at 10, but I went in slab for them. Hit 3 9s, and I hit 110. So like I said, the golds I'm not selling. Hold on to those. A couple of the updates I might. The base updates, that is. And with that, I also buy a couple cards for my son. I normally spend $200-300 on a card that we're going to keep. Last year I bought an optic gold of Mahomes for like $200. Came back a BGS 10. Actually, it was a PSA 10. I had them RCR it over. Came back at 10, so I had it slab. And I guess keeping with optic gold, I ended up buying actually a box. And I hit a Lamar Jackson 19 optic gold. Centering didn't look good, so I didn't think it'd come back at 10, but still something he's going to keep. He had the past 2 MVPs in gold. So, nice card. Did some strung this year and hit a Wander Franco, which centering was off. I didn't think it'd come back at 10, but something I'm going to hold for him. I know it's not the best set, but I opened the box and got the card, so it means a little bit more. And these are probably about 20-30 cards that I sent in that I knew would not be a 10, but I wanted slabbed either to sell later because of condition on it, or I just wanted them slabbed because I want to keep it. So this was a 18 optic Luis Robert. Came back an 8. Centering is not good at all. You can tell that. Which I think is actually a RCR 7. So it's actually an 8 now. I'll sell that later. This one, centering top to bottom, was not good, but it is Jordan Alvarez auto. 20 out of 50. Once I start playing, he starts hitting the ball. Be able to sell that. This is one that I've had for years that I wanted slab. Corners on the back are bad, but it is a pitcher I like. It's a Urias Sterling out of 13. 25. I think it was a RCR 7 that I did years ago. But your back corners are the issue. But when they start playing, he should be in the rotation. Zach Collins, this is an RCR 9. I think he might get some playing time this year. Blue Wave, 150. This one I should have sold at release. Definitely gone down, being traded from the Yankees to the White Sox. But a gold refractor auto of Blake Rutherford. It was a 9. Came back a 9. Once again, this was in my bulk submission. I only paid $10 or so to get that slab, and it came back faster than paying 20-some bucks. This I think was a 8. I believe it has one of the lines going across. I have to check it better. But Stanton, purple odd 2010, which I did a ton of. Forrest Whitley, chrome auto 9. Blake Snell, this was a 9. Didn't want to send into Beckett to get a 9, so figured why not PSA for a 9 for cheaper. Refractor had a bad issue there. This was actually an 8.5, which is that surface, but it came back a 9, the refractor version. Chris Bryant was a 9, came back an 8. These have bad issues with scratching down here, so I just wanted it slab. Prices definitely fell on those, not helping that it's Prism. This is a 9, came back a 9. These aren't easy from what I've seen. I had a 9.5 I sold the year that they won the World Series. But there's a 9 on that sale. 9 on Forrest Whitley, purple. This was a 9 or 8.5. Back corner is an issue. but easier to sell in a slab. These I don't think were RCR'd, but the centering was an issue. Left to right, you can definitely tell it's not a 10. But this will go in my trout collection. Devers is a 9. Chrome auto. Centering's always bad on these, it seems. This one, I'm cool with an A. It's a 101. 101 Superfractor Clint Frazier. It's a mini. I mean, it's an insert. It's a mini. Not the right team. It's not something that's going to sell a bunch, but I want to go ahead and get it slabbed. Get some playing time, maybe. Be able to sell it definitely more than what I paid for. Acuna had a bad left corner, but of course it's Acuna, so I wanted to slab it. Got this for $1, I think is what it was. Donaldson I've had for years, had scratches on it. But I think that him on the Twins is going to put up some really good numbers once they start playing. That was at 8. This Jeter I've had probably since '93, and the surface or corners were bad or whatever. It's something I wanted to get graded and give to my kid when he gets older. It's a Fleer XL League Leaders Jeter. It's a 7. Which, like I said, this thing is, I put this in I don't know how many binders and cases through the years growing up. It's a cool card to pass on to him. This was a 9.5. Came back a 9. Gold Rainbow out of 60. I was hoping for a better grade on this. This is a BGS 9. It's an awesome card. Not something I'm going to sell. Probably paid like $20 or $30 years ago for it, but it's a pretty neat card, and it is Kobe Bryant. Similar to that Fleer XL Jeter, I've had this Jeter for years. I think it was an 8.5 in a Beckett case, and I didn't really like the Beckett. It was too thick for me. Got a gold 9. 93 Topps Gold Jeter in a 9. So had that for I don't know how many years. Next one is, I remember breaking this, and it's not a big card, but it's a cool card to have. It's the Mickey Mantle 500. The surface was scratched to crap. Wasn't a good grade on it, so I popped it out. Came back an 8, but it is a red. It's home run history 500. Not an easy card to find, no matter what the grade is. I don't remember what I traded. I traded maybe a Judge PSA 9 non-chrome just as draft for this, and slabbed it. Centering might be an issue, or corner, I'm not sure. So it's something I didn't have. It's going to go on my trout collection. I have like 20 or 30 of the Judges. So these are cards that were 8.5 or 8s or raw, and I didn't send them in because I noticed an issue. So we'll start with the one I noticed an issue on. And this is in your bulk sub too, so I paid $10 to get this graded. The bottom corner is not looking good. I'm not sure if you can see from there, but it's been up. 11 update trout 7. It's going in my trout collection, so I'm cool with that. I think the front had an issue too. And these were 8s. These are BGS 8s and 8.5s. And got a trout 9, which I didn't expect 10s out of these. I didn't expect 9s though. So another 9. And we'll end it with one more 9. So I'll do it, guys. I think the math had me at like 60% of 10s based off of what I expected to be a 9 or a 10. Just like I said, these I didn't expect to be a 9. The Fleer XL I didn't expect to grade well or whatever. But I'll do it, guys. Thanks.